Hello and welcome to today's video, which is a continuation of our SQL series. So today we're going to be learning about union and union all. So a quick introduction before we get into the video. So my name is Stacy. I'm a senior data analyst with a non-technical background. And yeah, I decided to create this channel, just try and build this community where I can share all the skills and knowledge I've gained over the years, both technical and non-technical. So for this particular video, we're diving into the technical side of things, and we're going to be learning about union and union all. So the data set I'm using is a data set I created, and I'm going to give a link to all three data sets for all the three data sets that are relevant for this series are going to be linked down below. I don't think I need to share anything else, just the data set. But yeah, if there's anything else you'd like me to share, do let me know down below. So yes, what is union and what's union all? So you can have two tables with similar structure, yeah? Whether it's because they came like that in the database that you're pulling it from, or it could be because you've gotten your raw data from the database and you're doing some manipulation, and some things just can't be joined, or rather, joining it might be just painful and super complex and take a lot of time. So that's where union and union all comes in. So I'm using two tables here. I'm using the purchase records table and I'm using the client list table. So you can just come here. So select all from the client list table to just take a look at what we have there. Same to the purchase record tables. Also, if you don't know how a left join works, just I'm going to put a link to the SQL playlist. I think I put it at the end of the video. So like when you finish the video, you'll see it. And I'll try to do that thing where you put it at the top. So as I talk this minute, you should be able to see something pop up there that gives you like a link to like specifically how joins work, yeah. But as you can see, I'm selecting everything for the purchase records table. So everything till here is from the purchase record table. And then from the client list table, I'm only taking the location. So there was no need for us to do this on the video because that's not the purpose of this, yeah. And again, here we're also going to use something called CTEs. If you're not familiar with what a CTE is, I'm also going to put the video up there. Like I'm actually going to put it, yeah. But they're just basically temporary tables. I've already done a tutorial on that, yeah. So let's call this main. Yeah, let's just call it main. So since this is the first CTE, we say with main has, yeah. Then of course we're on MySQL. If you want to use MySQL, like I'll put a link down below that will just show you how to upload the various data sets that I've shared onto MySQL. And I'll also put and in that link, in that tutorial that shows you how to upload like your Excel or your CSV Excel file onto MySQL, there's another tutorial that can help you set up MySQL if you want to follow along with MySQL. But you can honestly just use whatever platform you have there. Yeah, you don't have to use MySQL. Whether you're using Google Sheets and not Google Sheets, what are they called? Google Colab. It supports SQLite. You just have to do some setup, but yeah, you can honestly follow along. The only thing is it uses SQLite, so the syntax might be a bit different, but yeah, you should be able to follow along in case there's an error. Just quickly put it on ChatGPT and tell it this is from my SQL syntax changes to SQLite, etc. Okay, so we have the main table. So if we do select all from main, ooh, okay, let's run that. So it's just selecting everything here. So what we've done is this query here, we've stored it in a temporary table. Now we have a table called main, yeah? So what I want to do is I want to break up this table into two, yeah? So the two tables, I'm going to have, like I'm going to break up the cities, yeah? So okay, let me actually just switch so you people also see what I am doing. So I just don't talk through it, but okay. So I just want to do I want to do a unique on this column. So as you can see, this is our unique locations. Yeah, so we have Kisumu, Bungoma, Nairobi, Nakuru, and Thika. Yeah, so you can actually do this on MySQL. You just do select distinct on location, but I just prefer to do it here. It's faster. So let's, not that it's faster, I just prefer to do it there. Let's go back to Google Colab. Why am I calling it Google Colab? Let's go back to MySQL. Okay, so we can bring our location here and we'd want to put it in single quotes. Again, if you don't understand what I'm doing here, I talk about this in, I think, logical operators. So as I mentioned, like at the end of the video, I'm just going to put a link to like the whole SQL playlist, and you can just go through it and figure out what is it like. Is there something here that you don't know that you need to know? But yeah, if you want to understand this, this is in logical operators. So let's comment that out. Yeah. So we're selecting everything from main. Yeah. But we want everything from main where location is in Kisumu, Bungoma, and Nairobi. Yeah. So I just want to create two data sets, one that has Kisumu, Bungoma, Nairobi, and then another that has Nairobi, Nakuru, and Thika. Then we're going to use union, both union and union all, to join them. And then we'll get to see what's the difference between union and union all. But basically the difference is union will only union bring together two tables and will not include duplicates. So if there's something that is in table A and is also in table B, if you use an union, it will only select one unique line. It won't duplicate it. But if you use union all, if there's something that's in table A and it's also in table B, it will be duplicated. Yeah. So we are selecting all from main where location in. So we have Kisumu, Bungoma, and Nairobi. Yeah. So let's run that. Okay. I spelled location badly. As I always say on this channel, it's better to, so I read here, there's nothing like location, yeah, with my wrong spelling. So it's always good practice to copy paste. So there you go. So as you can see, so for us to verify, we can do order by location. I just forget the keyboard shortcut to run. Does not work here. So as you can see, we have Bungoma, we have Kisumu, we have Nairobi. So it worked. We can't see Nakuru and we can't see Thika. Yeah. So let's name this main A as. So we're also storing this in a temporary table. Yeah. So we've created this table called main A. So if you do select all from main A, yeah. So let's run that. So as you can see, it just brings for you the same thing. But if you do select all from main, now it brings for you the whole data set. You can see Thika there, you can see Nakuru there, because this is the table called main. Yeah. So selecting everything from purchase records, joining it to client location table. Then we created main A, which is just main, but only limiting it to Kisumu, Bungoma, and Nairobi. Yeah. So now we want to create another temporary table, yeah? But this one we're going to call it main B. And main B, we want it to have Nairobi, Nakuru, and Thika, yeah? So I'm intentionally putting the overlap of Nairobi because I want us to see the difference between union and union all, yeah? So let's run that. So as you can see, we have Nairobi, we have Nakuru, then we have Thika. And again, we're going to store this into a CTE, our temporary table. And this one is going to be called main B as. Okay. So now we finally get to the whole point of this tutorial. We want to do a union, yeah? So we're going to do select all from main _A, then we do union, select all from main underscore B. Yeah. So let's run this. So when you do this, so you can see Thika, Nakuru, it's all appearing. Remember when you did select all from main A, we can comment that out and run this. It says Bungoma, Kisumu, Nairobi, yeah? But we can union this to select to main B, and now you can see Thika, you can see Nakuru. So yeah, if you're ever doing an analysis and you've done some form of manipulation and maybe a certain, like you have a data set of clients and you want to apply, like the rules applied to maybe category A is different from category B, you could decide to do something. You could use case statement, a case statement inside a case statement, but it can get very complex to make sure that these two categories who are in the same data set get the same treatment. So what you can do is you can break your data into two. So if category A should only have Nakuru and Thika, and then category B, I've inversed it, has Kisumu, Bungoma, Nairobi, you can split it up, do the manipulation. If maybe how we manipulate value, depending on location, is different, you could do that manipulation. Then when you finish, you bring back the data sets together. And how do you bring back the data sets together? You use union. So I want us to call this final. Yeah. So I want us to call this final, and I want us to select all from final, and then we want to order by location. So let's do order by location first, and then before I do order by location, then order by purchase ID. Why am I getting an error? Why do I keep on spelling location badly? Okay. Okay. So as you can see, we have Bungoma, we have Kisumu, we have Nairobi, and Nairobi is the first entry for Nairobi is business ID 7, purchase ID 17. Yeah. So it's really difficult to tell like whether we have duplicates or not here. Yeah. So if we do order by location, so the location should be in order, like Bungoma, we finish, Kisumu, you finish. But now we also want to do order by location, then order by purchase ID. Yeah. So what it does is if it orders Nairobi, see it's finished Kisumu, and then now it's starting to excuse me, starting to order Nairobi. So it will also start to order it from the list purchase ID. Yeah. So let's run that so that you guys see what I'm talking about. So if you come to Nairobi, see, it finished Bungoma, Kisumu, now it's come to Nairobi in alphabetical order, and it's starting with purchase ID 6, which is the list. So automatically order by, if you don't specify, it will be in ascending order, yeah? So then again, just a disclaimer, in case you're a bit confused and you're not very familiar, you're not very familiar with like, I should get some water, with how like, how to use order by how to use have we used like the where clause, CTEs, left join, then that means you've probably jumped a step because we did like basic SQL, intermediate SQL. This is part of intermediate SQL. So my assumption would be by the time you're jumping onto this video, you're either already familiar with most of these basic SQL concepts, or you have already gone through the basic SQL and you've reached this far into that series. So just in case you're not, again, I'm going to put a link to the SQL series at the end of this video, and I'll try, since I'm mentioning a lot of these things, so I'll try to put pop-ups up there so that if I'm talking about order by, I link the tutorial to order by up there so you can go and watch in case you need anything clarified. Yeah. So now that we've seen what union does, yeah, let's check. If we change this to union all, what will happen? Remember, main A has Nairobi, main B also has Nairobi, yeah? So let's run that. So as you can see, when you run that, if you come here, so again, Bungoma, Kisumu. Then when we get to Nairobi, as you can see, we have Nairobi. Then purchase ID 6 is appearing twice. Why? Because Union All duplicates. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I'm back. They need to say I've gone, but anyway, yeah. So as you can see, when you do Union All, Nairobi purchase ID 6 appears twice. Why? Because Union All does not get rid of duplicates. And in this case, a duplicate is not just like Nairobi only. Literally, the whole row has to be similar. And yeah, that's how Union All works, and that's how Union versus Union All works. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it at that. I guess I've not really thought of like a challenge for you. Like, can you, what is it called? Yeah, let me just leave it at that because I like it when I have like a second example and I'm like, you guys try this out and let me know what you're able to do down in the comments below. But I think this is just one of those ones where I just decided to show you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope this tutorial was useful, was helpful. Yeah, if you find this videos helpful, feel free to join the community, like subscribe, get notified. So as you can see here, we want to do outer joins. I'll show you an example of how to do joins with multiple keys. So what does that mean? So it's like you're doing a left join on business ID on this table is also equals to business ID in the other table, but you can specify like a third, fourth, even fifth condition. So we're going to do that. So unfortunately, my SQL does not support a full join. And you'll have to do, because a full join is just a combination of a right join and a left join. Like you can do the left join, you do the right join, then you union them. But that's so complicated. Like I just wanted to show you guys a very straightforward full join. So I'll see what to do about this, but this video is definitely going to be delayed. I actually wanted it to come out before the union all, till I realized my SQL does not support a full join. We're going to do multiple keys on our join. Then we have the self join and the cross join video that will also going to be coming. So those are the 5 videos now, 4 pending because this is going to be up by the time you're listening to this. So the 4 pending before we close on the join series. Then I'd also started the window function series. So I've been doing them like together concurrently. As you can see, we're planning to do lead and lag, row number, rank and rank list, and end tile. And yeah, that will be it for the window function series. So once we close on the window function series, because the join series, specifically the outer join video, might come a bit later. I'm going to start on the subquery series. And as usual, I keep giving you this tutorials, but I throw in projects here and there. So we already uploaded a video where we use SQL to do some data cleaning and feature engineering. We built a dashboard on Power BI, and we went on to build the same dashboard on Google Sheet. If you've not seen that, feel free to go and check that out. So we're also prepping to do Python data cleaning, exploration, data visualization project. So expect that either this week or next week. We're also planning to do SQL and Tableau project. That one will come end of this month, early next month. So yeah, and then I want to start a pandas series, like apart from projects, like the SQL side of things, not SQL, the Python side of things on this channel has really gone silent. So Pandas series is coming soon. So it will probably start sometime in November or December. May or may not spill over to January, but yeah, for sure, expect a Pandas series coming very soon. Really excited about that because I didn't realize the full potential of pandas till like when I started my master's program, which I'm on a semester break as at now. Like when this is not this is, yeah. So feel free to drop off if you're here to learn, drop off. Like this is now just some story time before I go. So I think I have talked about this before, probably in one of my sit down videos. Like I started off like trying to self-learn, didn't work out. I think I tried like 2, maybe 3 times, gave up, came back, gave up, came back. Then that's when I finally decided to join a boot camp. So that's the Moringa School boot camp. And I felt like there was so much information overload. So there was kind of like a lot of cramming from my end. Yeah. And I didn't really fully appreciate the power of Python because, yes, we did a bit of SQL, SQL there, but we mainly used Python. Like, I think for the 6 months I was there, we only did SQL for like 1 month, and it wasn't compulsory. Like, you choose whether to deliver that project in Python or SQL, and end up going with Python because, yeah, the school just supported Python more. Like, most people knew Python. Most of the technical mentors would show you stuff in Python. So I think there was a lot of information overload on my end, especially concerning the fact that I was someone from a non-technical background. I did not know what Python is. I didn't even know how to run a notebook. The first time I jumped onto Google Colab, I remember staring at it for like hours, not even minutes, hours. Because I didn't know, all I just had to do was run the cell since the code was already there to like demonstrate to us, hello world. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of information overload on my side, and I didn't really appreciate the like how powerful Python can be, how powerful pandas can be. And I guess I also like how Python pandas is not too different from SQL. Like, they have a lot in common, like joins, group by, etc, etc. So I'm really excited about taking time to just curate that series and bring it to you people. Otherwise, guys, that's it from me. See you in the next one.